We're already at day 16, and today we are going to practice ASHTAVAKRASANA. This is another detox yoga flow. I am Anita and I'm going to guide you through it. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far on this 21 days of limitless possibilities. You're not really going to need any equipment, just your yoga mat, yourself. Make sure that you're comfortable in your own space. Let's get started. So just come into a comfortable seat, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, and just place your palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Just take a moment to tune yourself into your breath. So feel yourself fully inhaling and completely exhaling. So just very gradually, breath by breath, withdrawing from the external environment and now into your own internal environment. We'll be practicing a pose called ASHTAVAKRASANA. This is an arm balance. It has a lot of arm strength in it, core strength. There's some rotation involved as well. And it's quite close to the ground. This is a pose from the sage that was bent in 8 places. And there is a beautiful story behind this pose, which I shared with you in my little email that I sent out to you this morning. If you were part of the email distribution list, you will have gotten it. So check that one out and read the story. But basically what it all has to do with is self-confidence and believing in yourself. So no matter what limitations you might feel that you have, try not to let it limit you. And that has been the theme throughout this entire challenge. And I hope that you might have had some epiphanies along the way. And to really open yourself up to the possibilities that you have in front of you and that are already there. So this is a challenging pose. This will ask quite a lot of you. But do the best that you can. Do what you can. Just stay with your breath and believe in yourself. And draw your chin into your chest. Just bow down into the highest within you. And remind yourself of your intention. Good, and then inhale. Just reach the arms up to the ceiling and just remember which leg is in front of which. And then exhale, rotate to the right. Keep your left hand to the outside of the right thigh, right fingertips to the floor, and just hold it here. Feel the sitting bones grounded, a gentle twist there from the bottom of your ribs. Try not to turn your head too far. And then inhale, come back to the center. And then exhale it over to the other side. Just hold it there, gentle twist. And it might feel different on this side, right? So each side feels differently, but hopefully as you practice and as you strengthen and stretch, there will be less of a discrepancy between the right and the left side of your body. Good, then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, draw your hands to the heart. So I'm just going to turn sideways so that you can see me. And as you draw the hands to the heart, round in a little bit, drawing through your abdominals, and shift your weight back. So gradually you lift your legs up off the floor. And hold it here with the right ankle crossed on top of the left. Now I'll give you different variations. So from this boat pose, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. You're going to try to go down into a low boat pose and squeeze your thighs together with the legs crossed. And then you gradually lift yourself back up. And you do that again. But if you find that this is really challenging for you, you can place your fingertips behind you and you can do it the same way. Okay? Or stay lifted and just squeeze in and squeeze out. Okay? So do what you feel that you can do. It shouldn't hurt on your lower back, but you will feel it through your inner thighs and you will feel it in your lower abs. It's very important that you still are able to breathe here and even have a little Mona Lisa smile on your face. Yes, we love Mona Lisa. And one last one. And back up, okay? Then come back into a seated position, but now change your leg position, so the other leg in front. And then inhale the arms up and exhale, rotate. So this will all start to make sense when we enter the ASHTAVAKRASANA, because it has that same leg position and it has a little bit of a twist. And then come back to the center. And then rotate to the other side. Good. And then inhale it back up. And then exhale, draw the hands to the heart again and round yourself in. So I'll turn myself to the side. Lean back. Come back to the boat pose, and now your left ankle is on top of the right. And we repeat this, but it will probably feel different because your legs are changed. But if it doesn't feel right, place your hands behind, support yourself, or stay lifted. Okay? Just breathe with it. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Just do 2 more times. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale and release it down. Ooh, good. So that starts to warm you up a little bit. Now I want you to face me. Really glue the legs together, draw up through the abdomen, and inhale the arms up for the mermaid push-ups. And then exhale, bend to the side so your feet are still together, hips stack, and you push up. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. So this is an asymmetrical position, which is the same for the ASHTAVAKRASANA. And it would be easy to just lean all of your weight into the right arm and then all of your weight into the left arm. But you want to make sure that you level off the distribution between both arms and you stay connected into your abs and into your legs. Good. Just one more time. And come up. Good. And release the arms down. Good. So that is almost better than a chaturanga. That is your chaturangas for today. Cross the ankles and roll over and come to your hands and your knees. And then step it back into a downward facing dog. Exhale. Just shake out your head. Pedal through your feet a little bit. Breathe in and just breathe it out. Move your hips a little bit side to side. Good. And then walk your hands back to the feet. Inhale to halfway pose. And exhale, fold over your thighs. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, rise. Come all the way up. And exhale to namaste. We're going to walk to the front of our mat and continue to keep the feet hip distance apart. Inhale the arms up And then exhale, bend the knees, hinge it forward and bring the arms behind your back. Right index finger on top of the left. Stretch the arms away. Then release. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale again, hinge it forward. Arms behind your back. Interlace left index finger on top of the right. Stretch the arms away. Hinge it forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Good. Bend the knees and inhale, rise. Good. And then exhale, hinge it forward. Inhale to halfway. And then exhale, step the left foot back to a low lunge. Inhale it all the way up into a crescent lunge. Straighten out that front leg. Exhale, bend the knee and twist it to the right, just like we did in our first flow, day 1. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, open it up into a warrior 2. And then inhale, go into pigeon toe. So turn your right toes in. And then exhale into temple pose. Hold it there. Now what we'll do now, we're going to take a little dip down and we're going to cross the left foot to the outside of the right. Take a hold of the left wrist and then stretch it up so that you get into the left side body there. And then come back into the temple pose and then go over to the other side. Right leg behind, stretch it up and away. Good. And then lower it back down. Do that again. Go over. It's like a little Indian dance. And go back down. And cross up. And back to temple pose. Hold it. Straighten out the legs. Turn your heels out. Go to warrior 2 into the back, just like we did on day 1. Inhale, lower the hands to the floor, low lunge. And then exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. And then exhale, bend the knees, hinge it forward. Interlace the left index finger on top of the right. Stretch the arms away. Inhale it back up. Exhale, hinge it forward. Right index finger on top of the left. Stretch the arms away. Good. Inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, step the right foot back to a low lunge. Inhale it back up into a crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the knee and twist it to the left. Inhale, back up into crescent. Exhale and open to a warrior 2. And inhale, back to pigeon toe. Exhale into temple pose. Hold it there. Good. Now we're going to dip it back down again and go over to the left. It might possibly be your right. Cross the legs the same way, but this time cross your left elbow on top of the right. Wrap the arms together. We call this the eagle squat. So the back heel is off the floor and try to lower down as far as you can go. Come back up and open. Then go to the other side. Left leg behind, right arm on top. It might be the opposite for you. I apologize for that. And come back down. And go back up. Yeah, so cross one more time. Right on top of the left. Right leg behind. And open. So this releases tension from the shoulders, from the outer upper hips. Great. Strengthen the legs and really need to pull up. Pull it all together and open. Excellent. Straighten out the legs, pigeon-toed. And back to warrior two. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold and shake it out. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. And exhale to namaste. So now we will add on to this. So draw in through the navel, lift through the heart, and slowly start to lift your left leg off the floor. Either interlace the fingers around your left knee, place your hands behind your thigh, or you can take a hold of your two first fingers and thumbs. Once you have that big toe grip, stand up tall and see if you can extend the leg out in front of you. Hold it here. Breathe in fully. Exhale completely. Breathe in fully. Exhale completely. Then bend the leg and then hinge it forward. So that was taking it a little bit step further forward than from day one. Warrior three. And step it back into a crescent lunge. Inhale the arms up. Keep that knee bent this time. Good. And then exhale, lower the hands to the floor. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Open up your right hip. Press the left heel into the floor and press a little bit extra weight into the right arm. Hold it there or feel free to flip the dog. Open and lift the hips and see if you can drop your head back. Breathe in, breathe out with it. Good. Then slowly rewind back to three-legged dog. Inhale. And exhale, draw the knee to the navel and step the right foot forward. Come on to your fingertips. Now hold it here and lift it back up into crescent lunge. So I'm going to show you different variations. We're going to twist it to the right. You can either keep the right arm extended behind you like we've done before. You can work the right palm together on the left. Make fists. Keep your fists together and you can hold it here. If you can go a little further, work the left arm a little further to the outside of the thigh and reach the right arm up. So take this as far as you can go. If you can bind, see if you can work the left arm under and join your hands. Good. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, you can either transition into a seated position from here. I'll show you. Take a little step in and sit down. Okay? If you're not ready for that yet, you can move into it in a manual way. Lower the fingertips to the floor and step the leg in. Draw the knee to the outside of the right ankle. Okay? So either way is completely legit. Work yourself towards it. Sit down. Draw the right thigh as close to your chest as you can. Wrap the left arm around the thigh and gently twist it open to the right. Hold it here. So you'll feel a gentle stretch, maybe even a deep stretch into the outside of your right thigh. If the knee and the armpit is close together, work the arm to the outside. And if the knee and the armpit are completely flushed, go ahead and bind. So yogi's choice. Always yogi's choice. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, and gradually release and do an open twist. Feels so good, right? Just wring it all out, squeeze out anything you don't need. Now to come out of it, ground your right foot into the floor, shift your weight in front, and see if you can lift that left leg up to a vertical split. Keep your heart lifted. And then gradually see if you can fold your way forward into that right leg, just as much as you can. Inhale to halfway pose. And exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise. And exhale, namaste. Good. So we will, I'm getting yoga drunk here now. We will repeat this on the other side. So keep your focal point in front of you. You might have to adjust yourself a little bit, adjust the clothing a bit. And then draw the right knee towards your navel. Yeah, draw the navel into the spine. Either interlace the fingers around the knee, behind, or take the two first fingers and thumbs to the big toe. So you have to bend forward a little bit here in order for it to happen, and lift up tall. Yeah, and then if you're ready, extend the leg out. I'm just staring into a black curtain here in front of me. It's quite challenging to just stare into like an empty space. So you got to dig in a little bit deeper and just allow whatever wobbling is happening, not making any excuses. Just let it be what it is. And then slowly bend and hinge it forward. Find your warrior three. Just go flying. And step it back. Find your crescent lunge, but keep the knee bent. Inhale, open. And then exhale, lower the hands to the floor. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Open up the hips. Press that right heel into the floor. Press a little bit extra weight into the left arm so you don't end up sinking into the right arm. Stay here or flipsy dog. Parallel the feet, lift the hips, and drop the head back. Right? If this doesn't feel good for you, just hang out in that three-legged dog. Then rewind it again, back to three-legged, inhale. And then exhale, draw the knee to the navel and step the left foot forward. Come on to your fingertips, hold it. And then inhale, smoothly right up to crescent lunge. Exhale, twist it. So either do what we've been doing quite a lot, arm extended, one leg bent, or palms together, or make fists, or if you can come a little bit further into the twist, ground the palm, reach the arm up. Or if you can bind, see how many possibilities there are. So just stay with where you are at. Breathe with it. Okay, now either from here, you can transition to a seated position from the bind. Take little steps forward. Cross the knee to the outside and sit down. Okay, and if you're not ready for that yet, try to lower the fingertips to the floor, take a little dip, and cross the right knee to the outside of the ankle and sit down. Okay, so like they say, there are many ways to roam, so you just have to find the way that works for you now. Draw the leg close to your chest, wrap the arm around, and gently twist it open. And just feel that stretch into the hip. So good. Go further if you can. Bind if you can. But like I've said a lot, each side feels different. So just stretch it as far as you can. Stretch it today. Don't force it. Just breathe and put yourself in a position where you can fully breathe. Good. And then gradually release and open. And just face center. Now ground the left foot into the floor. Lean forward and lift the right leg for a vertical split. Lift your chest, inhale. And then from there, exhale, fold into it. Step the right foot into the left foot. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold into it. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. And exhale, namaste. Very good, very good. So now what we will do, we're now basically at the top of the mountain and we are going to practice ASHTAVAKRASANA. So we're going to sit back down onto the floor and all of that strength that we've been building from the ground up is going to come together into one connected unit, okay? So first what we'll do is just open up the hips a little bit and get into compass pose. So you can either keep your one leg extended or you can keep it bent. It's up to you. But we take the second leg and we draw it into like a seated half happy baby pose and you extend it out. So you can sit here and just enjoy paying attention to your hips. This is a great thing to do even if you're watching television. And then once you have done that for a little bit, you take the leg and you see as if you can move the leg over your shoulder. Good. And then see if you can, like you're talking on the phone. Hello, anybody there? What do you want now? I'm doing yoga. Don't call me when I'm doing yoga. You ever get those phone calls when you're always doing yoga, you get distracted? And then see if you can kiss your toe. Good. Hold it there. Just trying to make this light, right? This is serious, but let's be serious about taking ourselves lightly. So see if you can get that leg over the shoulder. Just work on that. And then see if you can ground your palms to the floor. And from here, like you create some glue onto your legs. So feel like the leg stays there, like you've put it on a shelf. Then you're going to draw up into the abdominals, really press through your hands. And then gradually just see if you can start to lift your seat off the floor. Okay? And then once you can do that, then see if you can start to lift the entire leg, everything up off the floor. And release it down. And do that again. And release. So good. The next step, cross the right ankle on top of the left. So you remember this? Yeah. See it all starting to make sense. Then what you need to do is try to lean forward a little bit and then maybe extend the legs out. Press the floor away from you and hold it. And release it down. Okay? So by squeezing it in, drawing up into your abs, that's not the entire thing, but we will get there. Hold that thought and let's do the other side first. Again. Okay? So just bend and extend. And that might be how far you get today. And that's okay. As you practice this, you'll get further. Then try to see if you can get that leg over the shoulder and release. Oh, and then another phone call. Oh no, What do these people want? Leave me alone. I forgot to turn my phone off. Yeah, next time, mental reminder, turn the phone off. And then give your toes a kiss. Nails okay. So see if you can hold that leg there. Glue it on. Ground the palms to the floor. Draw up into your confidence. Yeah, believe it. And then lean, lift your hips up. And do that again, maybe lift it up, see what happens. And then see if you can lift the leg. And lift. Good. Then next, cross the ankles on top, so the left on top of the right. Lean, and then try to straighten the legs out. Hold it. And release it down. Good. Just circle your wrists a little bit and notice. So it's kind of a weird pose because it's so asymmetrical and it just feels like all of the weight goes into one side. But this is why it's important that you try to really pull it in to the center and get your bearings. So, shall we try it? The whole entire thing? Yeah, it kind of gets your breath out a little bit. It's quite demanding. Don't despair if you find that this is really challenging. It takes a lot of strength. It really is demanding on pulling everything in to a connected unit. So just practice. That's what yoga is about. So you take your leg over your shoulder. Make sure it stays there. Then cross the second leg on top. Now what we will do is lift our seat and try to straighten the legs out. We're going to bend the elbows and bend forward. So it is very similar to the mermaid push-up that you did sideways. It's the same arm position. And it's similar to a chaturanga. Okay, so you lean forward, you extend, and then as the legs extend, then you start to bend forward. Now the trick is to come out of it. You really have to pull in and release it down. It's hard. I've already done 2 practices today, so I'll give myself a tap on the back. Please give yourself a tap on the back too. Let's try the other side. Okay, so cross the legs, lean forward, lift up, straighten the legs out. And as the legs straighten out, start to bend the arms, draw in, and then pull in and release it down. Ooh! What do you think, Aaliyah?
That's hard.
See, I'm trying to get encouragement from my camera lady. You gather encouragement from wherever you need to, so just give yourself a tap on the back. Really good, but a lot of strength involved there. So just keep it up. So come into bound angle position, hold on to the feet, just lift your chest a little bit, roll the shoulders back. Just get that length. Just let everything settle in. Pin the shoulder blades together. Good. And gradually release. Wonderful. So we're going to go into a back bend, a restorative back bend. So you will take one block, and if you have a pillow or if you have a bolster, you can use a bolster as well. And place it on the floor, and you will rest right where your shoulder blades are. So the bottom of your block is at the bottom of your shoulder blades. It should feel comfortable when you're in this position. So just let your knees come together. Lift your pelvis and allow your tailbone to tilt back a little bit, so you're resting at the tips of your sitting bones. Hold it here, and you can stretch the arms up and away a little bit so that you create a little bit more length in your spine and in your torso. And then you can open the arms out to the side into cactus arms. Hold it here. Breathe in fully and exhale it completely. So it just felt like in the preparation for the ASHTAVAKRASANA, there's a lot of forward bending, a lot of hamstring opening. So this helps now to open up the front body and move you in the opposite direction. Just let the shoulders open, chest open. Just allow your body to absorb all of that work. Let your mind, your spirit absorb it. No matter how it went, give yourself a big thank you for putting in the effort, because no doubt does it take a lot of effort to do this practice. It takes a lot of determination and confidence to trust yourself in that you can do it. But I bet you feel so good when you've done it, where you've stretched your edge a bit. You can really explore and see what your potential already is and what your potential might be. Good, and toe heel your feet together. And just very, very, very mindfully roll over to your side. I'm going to roll over to the other side. So I have a microphone there. And just hold it there and let your self just adjust in that position a little bit. And then roll onto your back. Good. Hold it. Draw your knees into your chest. Cup your hands around your knees and draw your knees away from your chest and just gradually withdraw. Lift yourself all the way up slowly. And extend both legs out. So although we stretched the hamstrings a lot, we stretched a lot the hamstrings independently. So we're going to stretch them both now, either legs straight or bent. And then you can exhale and you can hinge it forward. So this way also you get a stretch into your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. Keep your chest lifted. Rest the arms right next to your legs. And feel free, if you want to, just wiggle a little bit side to side, just to loosen up the lower back. Breathe it in and exhale it out. Good, and then slowly withdraw. And just sit up tall, cross your legs, the same way we did when we got started. And then roll the shoulders back. Just rest your hands on your thighs, turn your palms to face up. You can keep your index fingers and your thumbs together. Feel free, if you want to recline into Shavasana and rest in Shavasana for a while, feel free to do so. and then you can return back into the seated meditation position. But just sit here and just take a few moments now to reflect back on your practice. Make little mental notes to yourself of where you felt strong, maybe where you felt weak. And it's not to judge it at all, it's just to become aware. So that as you get stronger, as you stretch your limits, as you find your possibilities, you just remind yourself of how you started and how you are progressing, increasing your flexibility, increasing your strength, and finding a deeper connection to yourself. That's what it's all about. Breathe. Put yourself in a position where you can breathe fully. Believe. Always believe in yourself. It's a practice. Self-confidence usually doesn't come by itself for most people. We have to work at it on a daily basis. Just like ASHTAVAKRA believed in himself. And by him believing in himself, he taught others to believe in themselves as well. Work your palms together in front of your heart. Bow down into the highest within you. Thank you so much for practicing with me and for following me in this 21-day challenge. I hope you're feeling good. Let me know in the comments below. Lift your chin, open your eyes. Thank you so much. I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye. Can you get that in? You can get that in? Yeah, I think maybe I should start from the beginning. Is it okay that I go to the side? Yeah. You can see it? Yeah. I have my left on top of my shoulder. I cross the ankles. Now what I'm going to do is lift up, extend the legs out. I'm going to bend forward into a chaturanga sort of position. Same position as that, goodness, I'm blanking out here.